remember that day like it was etched into my bones. The moment my family's words shattered me so completely, I thought I might never recover. They laughed, eyes squinting with contempt, voices dripping with dismissiveness. A beekeeper? In the city? Are you serious? My brother scoffed, tossing a plastic jar at me, as if I was some foolish kid playing dress-up. My father shook his head, voice heavy with disdain. You'll fail at this just like everything else. You're wasting your time, your life. It's embarrassing, that's what it is. It was over a decade ago when I dared to dream differently, when I chose the path no one in my family understood, much less supported. I'd been betrayed by my former employer, an environmental firm that once dismissed my warnings about declining bee populations, ignoring science in favor of profits. That betrayal cut deep, and I felt the sting of rejection, not just professionally, but personally. So I turned inward, seeking something resilient enough to withstand the storm of their doubt, something rooted in hope rather than despair. That something was urban beekeeping. To some, it was a joke, a pointless hobby, a ridiculous obsession that would go nowhere. Trust me, I heard every snide remark, every sneer. Friends, family, even supposed experts told me I was wasting my energy, that bees belonged in rural fields, not concrete jungles. But beneath all that mockery was a quiet, burning conviction. I'd seen the devastation in the honeybee's decline, how it threatened our entire ecosystem, how it was a warning sign that we were losing our connection to nature. And I knew, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the answer wasn't in ignoring the problem. It was in facing it head-on. So I started small. Just a few hives on a rooftop here, a community garden there. My hands worked tirelessly, building boxes, tending to the bees, listening to their hum like a secret song only I could hear. The skeptics called it a futile hobby. I simply worked harder. I read, I studied, I learned from every mistake. The city was hostile terrain for bees, but I believed in their resilience and in my own. Year after year, I poured everything into this. There were setbacks, diseases, vandalism, moments of despair when the hive colonies dwindled. But I refused to give up. I knew that every small victory mattered, each swarm that thrived, each new crop of honey. On the surface, I was just another urban beekeeper. But beneath that, I was building something much bigger, a movement, a hope, proof that even in the most unlikely places, life could flourish. And then came the breakthrough. It started with small local media stories about my urban hives, the ecological revival happening in the heart of a concrete city. What began as curiosity grew into genuine admiration. I expanded, I partnered with schools, city councils, environmental groups. The community's skepticism shifted to interest, and then to pride. The city I once thought of as hostile territory for bees became a symbol of resilience, a beacon for urban ecological conservation. And now, years later, I stand outside my family's house, a sprawling property that once was a barren yard strewn with trash and neglect. Today, it's a lush, vibrant garden teeming with life. Native plants, butterflies, hummingbirds, and yes, dozens of thriving hives. The air is thick with the scent of blooming flowers, the hum of bees filling every corner. I've turned what was once dismissed as futile into a sanctuary, a testament that even the most ridiculed dreams can be transformed into monumental triumphs. The day I arrived, my family watched in stunned silence. They saw the transformation with their own eyes, the garden I built from scratch, the buzzing hives that are now part of the neighborhood's ecosystem. My mother's eyes welled with tears. My father looked as if he'd seen a ghost. My brother, who once mocked me endlessly, was silent, jaw tight. I took a step forward, feeling the weight of every insult, every sneer, every moment I was dismissed as an embarrassment. "Remember this," I said, softly but firmly. "This is what perseverance looks like. This is what it means to believe in something no one else does. My success isn't just about bees or gardens. It's about proving that your doubts don't define me, that my dreams are worth fighting for." For the first time, I saw genuine remorse flicker in their eyes. They saw not just my achievement, but the journey, the relentless struggle, the heartbreak, the perseverance fueled by hope. And as I looked at their faces, I realized something profound. Failure isn't final. Mockery isn't the end. Our true legacy is in how we respond to rejection and whether we choose to stand up, rebuild, and transform the narrative. That day, I felt a wave of catharsis wash over me, a clarity that no amount of ridicule can drown out the truth of your heart. I had turned betrayal into a badge of honor, adversity into a catalyst for change. My journey was never about proving others wrong. It was about proving to myself that resilience, faith, and stubborn hope could forge miracles out of the most unlikely soil. And here's the truth I want you to carry. Never let anyone define what's possible for you. When they say you're wasting your time, they're really just afraid you'll succeed without them. When they mock your dreams, they're revealing their own fears. Their world is too small to understand the vastness of your potential. Today, I stand not just as a successful urban beekeeper. I stand as a testament to the power of unwavering belief. My family's derision became the fuel that propelled me forward. Their doubts carved the space for my resilience to grow. And in return, I've built a legacy not just of thriving hives, but of hope. Proof that even the most dismissed dreams can bloom into something extraordinary. So to anyone listening, don't listen to the skeptics. Trust in your vision, nurture it fiercely, and when the world tries to drown your hopes, remember, your greatest triumph often begins in the moments they tell you it's impossible. And when you finally stand tall, victorious, know that karma's ledger isn't just about punishment, it's about justice, redemption, and the beautiful, unstoppable power of believing in yourself. Because in the end, success isn't what you achieve, it's what you become through the journey. And I am proud to say I've become everything I was told I couldn't be. And that, my friends, is the sweetest victory of all.